No, I hated the interns. I think I can speak for a majority of the youth group. They sucked.
Yeah, I've saran wrapped a lot of people this summer.
Hold on, that's not the question. Will you miss our interns?
Yeah, so last night actually was when I was saran wrapping people. We just drive around and we think of people
You're
and
avoiding the question.
saran wrap their car.
You're avoiding the question.
Like around the car.
Will you miss our
Saran wrap.
interns?
Oh yeah, no, it goes around the car and it like sticks on. It's really easy.
Where are you getting saran wrap from?
Walmart. Dude, it's like $1.98 for 100 yards. It's not even that expensive. It's a pretty cheap prank.
I don't mean where are you buying it from. I mean, how are you getting the question?
How am I getting it?
Whatever. It doesn't even matter.
How am I getting it? We just go to.
When I'm thinking of like the interns, I think of like Jordan and Punzi, and they were just phenomenal. They were great. Jordan was like the perfect intern. He was responsible. He has a beard. He's a really good guy. But I heard some really bad things about Ben Martin. I heard he beat a kid.
This one's gonna be hard to talk about. Wednesday nights were great for the whole summer. They really were. But there was this one Wednesday night where Ben and I were hanging out, playing some games and stuff. And he said, "Hey, let's go into the game room. Let's hang out. It'll be fun." And I was like, "Yeah, it'll be fun." And we get in there, and he just starts beating me. Beating me over and over again. It's hard to talk about. To get beat by an intern. I mean, there was a falcon punch and a down stomp. And his grab came out of nowhere. I'll be honest with you, he just threw me right off the stage. I mean, I have never lost that many Smash Bros games in a single sitting before. Like 4 or 5 games. Ben told me that I should start growing my hair out and wearing a headband. And so I've started doing it, and I don't think it looks that bad. I think it looks pretty good actually, and to be honest, I think it looks way better than Ben's hair. I mean, Ben's hair looks like a poodle is hibernating on his head. Ben's hair looks like the smog coming out of the tailpipe of a Ford F-150. Ben's hair looks like a full-grown version of Jordan's chest hair. No, I can't do that. Ben's hair looks like a boom mic lost a fight with a chihuahua. Ben's hair looks like the moss growing on a redwood tree.
This is kind of a sore subject to begin with, but Jordan really helped me out with this. My longest relationship was 3 days. I could not talk with a girl at all. It was terrible. But he really gave me some really good relationship advice that just set it straight, and now I can talk to any girl and I'm fine with it.
Ben's hair looks like a rejected item from the Taco Bell test kitchen. Ben's hair looks like he's that guy that sits on a bus and talks to complete strangers about his crossword puzzle. Ben's hair looks like he's the backup vocalist for a Beatles cover band. Have you ever had food poisoning? I'm not gonna finish that, but you get the idea.
How many times do I have to walk around you for you to fall for me? Well, Jericho, bro. I was reading through the Old Testament, and I was reading the book of Numbers, and I just realized I don't have yours. Is it hot in here, or is that just the Holy Spirit burning inside of us? Hey, I'm doing a survey. What's your name? What's your number? Are you free this Saturday night? Those are just a few that really stuck with me, and it really helped me.
The summer was a blur. I mean, so many memories to pick from, but Ben and I had a blast at NYC. I mean, I am so glad that Daniel decided to let him go. Like there was a long time where Daniel was like, no, he's not gonna go. He can't go, he's gotta stay back. And I just thought it had to be a joke the whole time, and then it was. I mean, when he showed up at the airport that day, it was awesome. We had the greatest time at NYC. He would always sit by me at concerts. He really discipled me, you know? I don't think that my life would have been changed by NYC if Ben Martin didn't go. So yeah, NYC, it was a great time.
Probably the zombie night. That was it was so much fun being with the whole church, and we were locked inside and we were running around, and it was just a lot of fun. I was on Jordan's team, and he was a great team player and a great team captain. He really was leading us and showing us which ways to go and how to not get attacked by the zombies and how to survive. And it was really fun until we got surrounded and Jordan sacrificed himself for me, and it was really sad because I kind of just left him and I ran. I ditched him. But then the next round, Daniel was still on my team, and so I was hanging out with Daniel, and Daniel had my back. And Jordan was mad at me. Jordan came out of nowhere and just tackled Daniel, and they started throwing fists at each other, and I didn't even know what happened. Next thing I know, Jordan's teeth just sink into my arm, and he bit me. Up at summer camp, Jordan had a Batman costume, and he wore that Batman costume for like one full afternoon. And he sat in a boat. Just that whole afternoon, he sat in a boat reading a book. And it was very peaceful and serene, and it really spoke to me because the book was about God. And it really just spoke to my inner peace, and it made me realize Batman is awesome, but God is awesomer.
So Ben taught Sunday school for most of the summer, and he didn't do a very good job. I didn't learn very much, but there was this one Sunday where I learned so much about life and the Bible and jokes, mostly about jokes. So I'm sitting there, not paying attention as usual, and I'm making a joke to my friend. It's a really funny joke. I don't remember what it was specifically, but it was really funny. It was like a story joke, so I spent a couple minutes telling it while Ben was trying to talk about some parable. I don't remember what parable it was. But I get to the punchline, the very last part, the last 5% of the joke, and Ben asks me to shut up. He asked me to stop talking and pay attention, and I was furious. I've told most of this joke, these people are gonna laugh so hard, and he shuts me down. He says, no, just pay attention and stop telling the joke. And so I had to wait for after service to tell the joke. Well, obviously I didn't pay attention, but service was over, and my friends were like, dude, you didn't finish that joke. And I was like, I know. Do you want to know the punchline? And they were like, yeah, we've been waiting all service for it. And so I told the punchline, and they laughed twice as hard as they ever would have. And in that moment, I understood that Ben was trying to teach me that sometimes when you make jokes and when you try to be funny, you need to make them wait for the punchline. You don't always deliver the punchline with the joke, you know? Sometimes you can make them wait for it. And it was inspirational, and I loved Sunday school from there on out. Bedhead? More like Benhead. Yeah, that was no.
Josh, put that in. Putting that in there.
That's the worst one. That one's so bad.